Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are talking about the United Nations organization, which is nowadays operating in the world after the League of Nations, and it was established after the Second World War. And most important skills which are asked in different competitive exams. It is necessary for all the students to remember it. First of all, I'm requesting from all the viewers to subscribe and share this channel to get the latest videos on the channel. First of all, we are discussing the establishment and the purpose of this organization and on which date this organization was established. The United Nations is an international organization founded in 24 October 1945 after World War II. It currently consists of 193 member states and serves a platform for countries to cooperate on global issues. The UN's primary purpose are: the first and major purpose of this organization to prevent the future war and maintain peace and security. First one, maintaining international peace and security. Second one, promoting sustainable development. Third, promoting human rights. Fourth, providing humanitarian assistance. Overall, the United Nations serve as a vital forum for multilateral diplomacy, where member states collaborate to address global challenges and achieve common goals for the betterment of humanity. To work for the betterment of humanity, prevent the future wars, and resolve the challenges which are faced by the world and the state, to solve these through negotiation and talks. First MCQs: when was the United Nations was founded? It is most important MCQs. First A option, right option, 24 October 1945. Second MCQs: which document serves as the Constitution of the United Nations? Means, what is the name of the Constitution of the United Nations? It is called the UN Charter. The UN Charter is the foundational document that outlines the purposes, principles, and structure of the United Nations. The Charter covers all the areas: its purpose, principle, and structure. Where is the headquarters of the United Nations located? Most important MCQs: New York City, USA. The UN headquarters is situated in New York City, USA, where most of its major operations and meetings take place. How many official languages does the United Nations have? It has 6 languages for the multilingualism and equal access. Which UN body is primarily responsible for the maintaining international peace and security? What is the branch agency of the United Nations to deal with these great aims and achieve this great objective? It is the Security Council. The Security Council is tasked with maintaining international peace and security, including peacekeeping operations and imposing sanctions. How many permanent members are there in the UN Security Council? There are 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members is also included. There are 5 permanent members of the Security Council, including China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States, each with veto power. It had the veto powers to sustain and block the bill which are operating and processed in the UN Security Council. Which UN agency focuses on providing assistance to refugees worldwide? The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. It is the agency which provides assistance to refugees. UNHCR. C option, right option. Is mandated to protect and support refugees and resolve refugee issues. Which principle guides the UN works in promoting rights regardless of race, sex, language, or religion? It is the human rights. which are the Human Rights Declaration, and it has discussed every aspect, every rights of the human and person and individual in the world. Human rights principles underpin the UN's effort to ensure dignity, equality, and freedom for all individuals worldwide. Which city hosted the founding conference of the United Nations in 1944? It was San Francisco. The United Nations state was the location where delegates from 50 countries met to draft the UN Charter in 1945. The 50 countries leadership come San Francisco and draw the UN Charter and sign on their charter. Which country is not a permanent member of the UN Security Council? In the following, it is the Germany, because I have discussed the 5 permanent members of the Security Council. Which UN agency focus on promoting world health and coordinating response to health emergencies? It was the agency. It is called World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is responsible for international public health and coordinates global response to health crisis. Any health crisis, pandemics, and other crises of the health related issues responsible for these issues. These are called World Health Organization is responsible for such type of health issues. Which year was the Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted by the UN General Assembly? It was the date 10 December 1948. Which the General Assembly passed a Human Rights Declaration for all the world and protect the humanity from violation of its rights. Which UN body elects the Secretary General for the renewable term of 5 years? It was the General Assembly. It is the General Assembly. General Assembly elect the Secretary General for 5 years, and Security Council only recommend that person. Which international court is associated with the United Nations and settle dispute between states? What is this court's name? So it is the International Court of Justice, ICJ. The International Court of Justice is the principal judicial organ. It is the judicial organ of the United Nations, settling legal dispute between states. What is the main function of the UN Economic and Social Council? Fostering economic and social development. Is responsible. Social and Economic Council is responsible for coordinating the economic, social, and related work of the UN Specialized Agency and promoting sustainable development. Which UN agency is responsible for education, scientific, and cultural matters? The United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization UNESCO is called. Promotes international cooperation in education, science, and culture. Which country has the largest number of peacekeeping troops deployed by the United States? It is the African region. It is the India, which contributes in the largest number for deploying the peacekeeping troops to the United Nations. It was India. It is India. Which event led to the establishment of the United Nations as a successor to the League of Nations? What is the great event which led to the establishment of this organization? It was the failure of the League of Nations, which do not stop the Second World War. After the Second World War that occurred, it led to the establishment of the United Nations. So B option, right option. Which UN agency is responsible for addressing climate change issues globally? The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNF3CC, is the primary international treaty addressing climate change and its impact, which are discussing the climate change issues, global warming, and such type of problems related to the environment. Which UN body oversees the work of specialized agencies, World Health Organization, and UNICEF? Economic and Social Council coordinates the work of the UN specialized agencies, funds, and programs to promote international cooperation and development. It is the agency which coordinates and works for your specialized agency. It provides agencies, facilities, fund and program. It is the Economic and Social Council which deal with these specialized agencies. Which UN initiative aims to achieve gender equality, empower women globally? It is the UN Women. UN Women is dedicated to promoting gender equality and empowering women worldwide through advocacy support and policy development. Which region of the world hosts the highest number of peacekeeping missions? It is the African region. And it is due to the conflict and political instability in this region. And the military coups also occur most in this region. Which country proposed the establishment of the United Nations in its declaration by United Nations in January 1942? It was the United States which have proposed the idea. The term United Nations was first used in the Declaration by United Nations of 1942, which was signed by 26 allied nations during World War II. This first declaration was signed by 26 allied powers which had won the Second World War, and this term was given by the United States for this organization. United States given this name, United Nations, suggests for this great organization. Which UN agency provides food assistance and support humanitarian crisis globally? The World Food Programme is the food assistance branch of the UN, providing aid in emergencies and working to eliminate hunger worldwide. It provides food for those areas which has malnutrition in this area, and during the conflict and crisis in the world, which this agency provide food during the conflict and other crises, catastrophes and other natural disaster during the natural disaster. So it was the WFP. These 23 questions cover a broad range of topics related to the United Nations. So I have discussed the most important MCQs of this organization, including its history, structure, function, agencies, and key principle. Each question includes a brief explanation to provide context and understanding of the correct answer. And the next lecture we are discussing its branches. What are the branches and what is its specific functions for responsible of these branches? So I will discuss inshallah the next lecture, the next series of